Hey guys, Ryan Steinolfson here with Accelerate Marketing. And today it's Wednesday, so I'm talking about Google. Well, not Google as much today, but more about AI. And just so that you know who I am, I've helped hundreds or thousands of businesses now over the past 16 years create a consistent stream of pre-qualified, pre-sold leads for the business so that they can focus on what they do best, which is whatever they do, which is, we've worked with a lot of service-based businesses, plumbers, electricians. We also have worked with a lot of attorneys and many other professional service type businesses as well. Like I said, today I really wanted to talk about and have a workshop. That's the key. I'm really trying to make these a workshop. So if you're on and you'd like to join and ask any questions, whether it's live or in the comments, it'd be great to ask any questions. We do have a school community. You can see below, it's school.com/local lead labs. Again, that's school.com/local lead labs. I'll show you what that looks like so you can see the group. And like I said, my agency, it's been around for 16 years. We are Google Local Service Ad partners. We were selected by Google, one of probably about 40 different agencies worldwide, although we don't know the exact number. Google won't disclose that, but we were selected based on the number of clients that we serve, both nationwide and worldwide, and have served, and also based on the amount of ad spend that we manage. And we actually have a Google account manager that helps us to manage our Google Local Service Ads account so that you guys can get the best results possible when you're running your Google Local Service Ads. Let me know, like I said, if you are watching this on the replay, you can send a comment or just send a comment to identify what questions you have about artificial intelligence. We have at Accelerate Marketing, we've developed over the past 2 years a conversational AI agent that helps businesses to answer the phone, respond to message leads, respond to emails, and respond to text messages. So it's multimodal, meaning it's got multiple modes, and it can communicate in really any way that a human would communicate, and actually at a faster. It can do it faster, and it can answer. And this is the key reason why we developed this conversational AI agent over the last 1.5 to 2 years, is because it gives our clients, specifically both Google Business Profile clients of ours, clients that we're helping to manage their Google Business Profile, and clients that we're helping to manage their Google Local Service Ads page so that they show up at the top in the search engine, which is Google, as close to the top as possible with their social proof, their reviews, etc. And I'll show you that in just 1 second here. Let me just show you my screen. So first of all, here's the local lead labs community. And you can see here that I am live now. We have questions that come in and we respond to people that have questions if they're in the community here. So there's 7 basic tabs at the top. It's a very simple platform to use. And, we really like it because it helps people to continue the conversation after we have these workshops. We've got about 278 members. You can see how many are online at any given time. Roxanne also helps. She's part of the Accelerate Marketing team. She helps me answer questions. And she'll post things like, the workshop for the day, etc. But mainly the thing that's happening here is you can see that people are getting answers to their questions, like Megan's question here about multiple campaigns. So we've got not only business owners, but we've got agency owners that are wanting to get answers to their questions about local service ads. And so I would encourage you to, to join the community, ask any questions. It's completely free. We do have a classroom where you can go and and learn more about both Google Local Service Ads and Google Business Profile and artificial intelligence. So you can start here, and here's all the training courses. Here's all the videos. So there's, welcome to the community, meet your coach, why this process works so well. And then you can see here's all the videos from local service ads to Google Business Profile. There's 4 for Google Local Service Ads, 3 for Google Business Profile, and then there's 3 for artificial intelligence. And this really, the feedback that I've gotten is really positive in terms of how people are learning. And you can see here that we've got this is, today, this is where we've got our workshop today. And then, if you ever want to know what's going on, you just go to the calendar, and then you've got members, etc. So join the community, let us know what questions you have. And then for you guys that are trying to figure out what, Google Local Service Ads is, so if somebody types in, for example, plumber Orlando, this is what you can see here. So this is the Google Guaranteed, or otherwise known as Google Local Service Ads section. And you'll notice that the only 2 options that you have is to call or to book, to book an appointment. But if you go to show more, you'll notice that some of these guys take message leads, and you can see that some of them respond. Google tells you how long it takes for them to respond. So this is what I would encourage you as a business owner. Typically replies in a few minutes. He's doing good, and this guy's doing good, but like here, this guy's typically replies in a day. So do you think Google's going to put these guys that are replying in 30 minutes or a day or a few hours up at the top? No, they're going to put the ones mostly that are at the top that are responding quickly. But more importantly, it's not just messages that Google wants to see the business owners respond to quickly. It's the phone calls. They want to see all calls answered within 30 seconds. And if you don't, then they're gonna rank you lower. So this is the reason why, specifically, like this Frank Gay, plumbing and drains, he's ranking as number 1 because he's answering the phone quickly. I guarantee you, if we called him right now, he would pick up the phone. And then if you go down further, you can see that you've got, here, I'm going to show you. So then you've got the map section, otherwise known as Google Business Profile. So these guys are not paying anything when you reach out to call them. But you can see that the options you have here are like directions, website, and schedule. Up here, it's just, phone call, book. Google is really favoring the Google Local Service Ads, partially because they get paid when you get a phone call. In other words, you only pay when you get a phone call or when somebody takes an action. Also, the reason why is because Google screens out the businesses. They have you get verified to show up here at the top. The businesses down here didn't have to go through a verification process. They didn't have to have be licensed and insured, et cetera, and have all that verified. So this is the reason why Google is really shifting to this Google Guaranteed. And the reason why, if you're a business owner, you want to start thinking about how you're going to be able to answer every phone call that comes in. Because if you cannot answer every phone call, you're just not going to get the leads that you would have been able to get if you can answer all the phone calls quickly. Okay. So, and it's not just with these type of leads, it's also with the leads that come in from, for example, usually there's there's also Angie's List will be shown, etc. And those businesses that are listed on Angie's List or Yelp or Bing or any of the other lead generation services, you want to respond to those messages just as fast as you'd respond to your Google leads, because they rank businesses based on how quickly businesses respond as well. So you want to have my suggestion, because I've seen how good it can go if a business actually does set up some sort of a backup service, not just a service like a answering service, but actually an artificial intelligent agent that can respond to message leads, answer phone calls, and do all of the things that a normal human intake person would do. The difference is that you train the agent once and it does the job forever. So you train it once and it does the same thing over and over and over again. And you can make it so that it can book an appointment. It can transfer the call to anybody on your team, et cetera, et cetera. So this is what I'm going to suggest that you do, is that you that if you've got any questions, you can text the word audit to 619-304-5155. Again, that's 619-304-5155. And by the way, if you have not leveraged AI to create slides, man, I just before this call, I wanted to see, I had it come up with a title and a description for this, for this video, based on its memories of what it is that I want, like, what I do, etc. So I've created memory on ChatGPT. But you can see that, one of the things, that gave me some structure to today's, talk, and what I would suggest that you do as a business as well, is leverage AI for presentations, leverage AI to do, to identify new leads. I've got an artificial intelligence agent that is helping me identify how much I should charge. And it's helping me identify the competition. I mean, it literally went here. I'll show you best opportunities. But then I said, what should I charge? And it went and did this amazing research based on the costs of OpenAI responding to all non-voice conversational AI. What is the pricing that you would recommend for each conversation that we charge businesses for chat, text, and email? I'll help you determine an optimal price for your non-voice conversational AI conversations. To provide a well-informed recommendation, I need to understand if what's the current cost structure for the API. So I answered all the questions, and then it gave like such an in-depth analysis. Basic plan, it actually gives the plans that I should be creating. It's got even more tiered pricing recommendations. And it tells you what the costs are and the cost per token, et cetera, and who the competitors are. Salesforce, Crescendo, very, very interesting stuff. So the other interesting thing is I had another tool that I use called Manus do some research. If you're looking for new leads, this is a great tool. It actually can use a browser to identify new business opportunities. So I wanted it to identify businesses that respond very slowly, showing you what I just showed you here, where it shows you that, businesses take, 30 minutes or an hour or whatever. And man, it's really amazing what you can find out there, or what the AI agents, and specifically this one called Manus, it's like an agent on steroids. It actually goes and does things for you. It does research, like the other agents can, but it does deep research, and it just seems like it's got a little bit more horsepower in terms of getting things done than Gemini or ChatGPT. And you can actually see it working. You can see it using its own computer or its own browser in order to find these businesses, and then it's gonna put those businesses in a spreadsheet, and then I'm gonna call those businesses using our conversational AI. So you can see, I mean, it's, things are changing very rapidly. And, this is why I'm saying, as a business owner, what I would do is definitely look at the landscape, set up an agent that can at least respond to the leads that you're not getting to right now, whether that's voice or chat or text. You can put the AI agent on your website, and that will get you better rankings on Google, because Google is looking to see how quickly you answer the phone. And to get a free audit, if you have any questions about your local service ads page, you can text the word audit to 619-304-5155. And let us know if you have any questions, comment below, and we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.